I am not saying that Shedeur Sanders is going to be a bust. I'm not saying that he is guaranteed to be the next Kenny Pickett. I'm not saying Cam Ward is going to be as disappointing as Malik Willis was when he touched the field. I just want to talk about the narrative surrounding this quarterback class in the media and compare this class to the 2022 draft class that at the time was viewed as a weak quarterback draft like this one is being talked about. Many people, myself included, fell in love with the athletic potential of Malik Willis, thinking he could develop and be special in the NFL. He regularly was in the first round of mock drafts, and if you know who Brett Coleman is, he had him going second overall. Some mock drafts had 3 quarterbacks going in the first round. Then, on draft day, Kenny Pickett was the only quarterback drafted in the first round. We had to wait for the 3rd round for the next quarterback to get drafted, and the best quarterback in the draft class was taken with the last pick of the draft. All of the positive quarterback noise leading up to the draft, whether it was Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, Matt Corral, or Desmond Ridder, was just that. Noise. It was the media hyping up the idea of teams drafting a quarterback in the first round when we really should have listened more to the idea that it was a weak quarterback draft class where we wouldn't see studs going early and often. I think the same thing is happening in this year's draft class. People are raving about the athletic upside of Cam Ward or are raving about Shedeur Sanders being a very polished, accurate passer while downplaying their weaknesses. The media and fan consensus seems to be both of these guys will go within the first 3 picks of the draft. I think the league consensus on these quarterbacks is significantly different from what we are being fed by the media and the fan consensus. If the Titans, Browns, or Giants thought either of these guys were franchise guys, the Titans general manager would not be putting out statements saying they're not going to pass on a generational talent. There wouldn't be so much talk about the Giants giving up significant draft capital for a 37-year-old Matthew Stafford, and there wouldn't be so much talk about any of these 3 teams trading down to accumulate more draft picks. My super early prediction is that both of these quarterbacks are going to fall down to a team later in the first, or one of them is going to go in the top 3, while the other potentially has to wait all the way until the 2nd round to get drafted. What are your thoughts on when quarterbacks will get drafted this year?